Hello, and thanks for tuning in. Whether you're a tech enthusiast, a casual gadget lover, or just someone curious about the latest trends, you've landed in the right place. Welcome to Tech Monetize Official, your go-to channel for honest, in-depth, and easy-to-understand tech reviews. Today, we're diving into one of the most hyped smartphones of the year, a device that's been making waves across social media and tech forums for months. Here at Tech Monetize, we break down the latest gadgets and tech news. No jargon, just the facts, so you can make smart decisions without getting lost in technical details. If you appreciate honest reviews and want to stay ahead of the curve, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest uploads. Now let's get to the big story everyone's talking about, the Aura X1. Syntech, the company behind this phone, promised it would change everything. Their marketing campaign was everywhere, from billboards to viral online ads. The ads showed people doing incredible things, capturing stunning photos, gaming at lightning speed, and living their best digital lives. The hype was absolutely off the charts, and expectations soared. But now that the Aura X1 is finally in reviewers' hands, the excitement has fizzled. Many tech experts are left scratching their heads, wondering what went wrong. In fact, a lot of reviewers are calling it a disappointment, and some are even saying it's one of the year's biggest letdowns. So what happened? Why is the Aura X1 getting roasted by the experts despite all the buzz and bold promises? On the surface, the Aura X1 looks like a winner. Shiny glass back, a big, bright screen, and a massive marketing push that made it the talk of the town. But when you dig deeper, the reality doesn't match the promise. Users are reporting issues, and the phone's performance isn't living up to the hype. Reviewers say the magic is missing. The features that were supposed to set it apart just aren't delivering in real-world use. In this video, we're going to break down the top 3 reasons why the Aura X1 is falling flat, and why it's not living up to the sky-high expectations. We'll compare it to its biggest rivals and even its own predecessor, so you can see exactly where it stands in today's crowded smartphone market. And yes, we'll also highlight the few things it actually does well, because no device is all bad, and there are some bright spots worth mentioning. But the big question is, are those positives enough to save it from being labeled a flop? Or is it too little, too late? Is the Aura X1 a true breakthrough, or just another overhyped gadget destined to be forgotten? Let's find out what's really behind the negative headlines. Grab your popcorn, because it's time to dig in and uncover the truth about the Aura X1. The Aura X1's launch was a spectacle. Huge event, big promises, and record-breaking pre-orders. Syntech called it revolutionary, seamless, and paradigm-shifting. The tech world was buzzing. But as soon as review units landed, the mood changed. Early reviews called it overpriced, underpowered, and uninspired. The hype train derailed fast. On paper, the Aura X1 sounds amazing. Quantum core processor, Lumen Edge display, ChromaSense AI camera. But in real life, these features just don't deliver. The disconnect between promise and reality is huge. Reviewers say it's a classic case of overpromising and under-delivering. Instead of a game changer, the Aura X1 is being called Syntech's biggest misstep. So what went wrong? Let's start with the biggest complaint. The #1 complaint from users and reviewers alike? Battery life. It's the Achilles heel of the Aura X1, and it's impossible to ignore. The Aura X1 can't make it through a full day, even with moderate use. Whether you're just browsing social media, streaming a few videos, or answering emails, you'll find yourself reaching for a charger before the evening hits. For a flagship phone in 2024, that's a deal breaker. People expect their phones to keep up with their busy lives, not slow them down. The powerful hardware, like the ultra-bright display and lightning-fast processor, looks great on paper. But all that performance comes at a cost. The battery drains at an alarming rate, especially if you're multitasking or using demanding apps. It's like owning a race car with a tiny gas tank. You get speed and style, but you're constantly worried about running out of fuel. The Aura X1 is fast, but not for long. As a result, users are stuck carrying chargers and power banks everywhere they go. It's become a daily routine, scanning for outlets at work, in cafes, or even during a night out. Reviewers like MKBHD and others have put the Aura X1 through battery tests, and the results are clear. It consistently lands at the bottom of the rankings, far behind its competitors. This isn't something a software update can fix. The problem is baked into the hardware itself, a battery that's simply too small for the phone's needs. Syntec chose a slim, stylish design over a practical battery size, leaving users frustrated and disappointed. The phone looks great, but it just can't keep up. If your phone can't last the day, all the fancy features and cutting-edge specs don't matter. Reliability is what counts. What good is a great camera or a beautiful display if your phone is dead by sunset? You miss out on capturing memories and staying connected when it matters most. In the end, battery life is the Aura X1's biggest strike, a flaw that overshadows everything else it does right. The next big issue, the price. And not just any price, one that makes you do a double take and wonder if you're buying a phone or a plane ticket. The Aura X1 starts at $1,499, putting it firmly in the ultra-premium category. That's more than most people spend on a laptop, and it's one of the highest starting prices we've ever seen for a mainstream smartphone. For that kind of money, people expect absolute perfection, flawless performance, cutting-edge features, and a build quality that feels like it belongs in a luxury car. But the reality? The Aura X1 comes with some major flaws. From software bugs to hardware quirks, the experience just doesn't match the price tag. Reviewers are quick to point out that you can get better-performing phones for hundreds of dollars less. In fact, some mid-range phones now offer features that the Aura X1 lacks, making its price even harder to justify. And if you think the price includes everything you need, think again. There's no charging brick in the box, so you'll have to shell out even more just to power up your new device. Syntec claims this is for the environment, but with the Aura X1's mediocre battery life, it feels more like a cost-cutting move than a green initiative. And it doesn't stop there. No headphone jack, no dongle, and no case in the box. Just more things you'll need to buy separately if you want the full experience. All of this leaves customers feeling like they're paying more and getting less. The value just isn't there, especially when compared to the competition. So who is this phone really for? It's too expensive for the average buyer and not quite good enough for tech enthusiasts who demand the best. When you slap a luxury price on a product, you set sky-high expectations. Unfortunately, the Aura X1 just doesn't deliver on those promises. Instead of feeling like a luxury experience, it feels like a letdown, an expensive device that doesn't live up to the hype or the price. Reviewers aren't holding back, calling out Syntec for what they see as arrogance and a disconnect from what real users want. In the end, the $1,499 price tag is more than just a number. It's a symbol of why so many people are disappointed with the Aura X1. The third strike? Lack of real innovation. Syntec is known for pushing boundaries, but the Aura X1 feels like a remix of old ideas. The Lumen Edge display? Looks just like Samsung's curved screens. ChromaSense AI camera? Reviewers say it mimics Google and Apple, sometimes with worse results. The software borrows heavily from Android and iOS but adds nothing new. Lisa Gade said, "Using the Aura X1 feels familiar but in a boring way. It's a checklist of features, not a vision." For a company built on innovation, this is a letdown. Consumers expect something special for the price. Instead, they get a phone that feels like last year's tech in a new shell. No wow factor, no unique identity. That's a tough sell. Let's compare the Aura X1 to its rivals and its own predecessor. The iPhone 16 Pro and Galaxy S25 Ultra are both cheaper and have better battery life. Their cameras are more versatile and produce more natural photos. The Aura X1's camera is good, but not the best in any category. Even last year's Aura X had better battery life. Upgrading gets you a faster processor and brighter screen, but at the cost of endurance. Most reviewers say stick with the older model or buy a competitor. When your new flagship is a downgrade, that's a serious problem. The Aura X1 just doesn't stand out. It's being outclassed by both rivals and its own past. To be fair, the Aura X1 does have strengths. The design is stunning. Premium materials, sleek build, and it feels great in hand. The Lumen Edge display is gorgeous, bright, vibrant, and smooth. Performance is top-notch thanks to the quantum core processor. Apps open instantly, games run smoothly, and multitasking is a breeze. If you want a beautiful phone for movies or games and you're always near a charger, it's impressive. But all these positives are overshadowed by the battery. What's the point of a great screen if you have to keep it dim to save power? Or fast performance if you're always in low power mode? The good parts are built on a weak foundation. The battery flaw drags everything else down. The expert consensus is clear. The Aura X1 is a major misstep. The Verge called it a beautiful disappointment. Great design, poor execution. MKBHD and Dave2D both slammed the battery and price. Dave2D said you're paying a premium for a sub-premium experience. Joanna Stern from the Wall Street Journal had to plan her day around charging. Reviewers agree. Too many compromises, not enough innovation. The criticism is nearly unanimous. Usually opinions vary, but here everyone points to the same flaws. The message to consumers is simple: look elsewhere. The experts have spoken. So, should you buy the Aura X1? For most people, the answer is no. It's expensive, unreliable, and lacks real innovation. If you want a phone that lasts all day and offers good value, look elsewhere. The Aura X1 is a cautionary tale about hype over substance. Basics like battery life still matter most. What do you think? Is design enough to overlook flaws? Let us know in the comments. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more honest tech reviews. Thanks for watching. See you next time.